Hello and welcome to VLN 9, the final race of the 2019 season, and we start with something that's just Nurburgring things. Driving from the old Referral paddock on the Nordschleife, stick a flashing light on top and then some wets on, and you can drive GT3 cars and GT4 cars on the road as long as you've got a convoy. You don't get that anywhere else in the world apart from the Nordschleife. Didn't do much vlogging on the Friday for this event, so we're going to jump pretty much straight into qualifying on the Saturday morning, where we ended up putting the car P6.
And of course, it's great to post good lap times in qualifying, but effectively it's a 4-hour race. And it's pretty unpredictable with so many great cars on the grid this time.
I was thinking that. I was a little bit disappointed myself not to have been a little bit further up. But as you said, when you actually think about it, it's going to be a 4-hour race. Yeah, we know the car's been quick all year. Teammates are fast. So yeah, we're going forward.
Have a good one. Thank you very much. Also, David Pittard. Jetzt müssen wir auch runter von der Startaufstellung.
So we would have Jody in to start, then Chris, and then me, and the final stint was still undecided, as it was to be me or Chris, depending on the stint performances. Here we go, last one of the year.
So all eyes on the starting gantry. We're going to go ahead just about ahead of the top of the hour, and it's a brilliant start from the lone car on the front row, Adam Christodoulou at the wheel. All looks tidy-ish behind, but I won't say that for sure. But they're waiting for the lights to go. Now they've gone. They got up to the start-finish line. And a big charge from the Assenheimer car. I don't know if it's Assenheimer on board yet. Trying to go up the inside into 5th place, but no, he's decided discretion the better part of valor. Someone going very, very wide indeed. There's a car from the 3rd row getting a bit squeezed out, but no problem for the pole starting car.
So we could see by this point here even that there was a big issue with Jody's car at the start. Basically, I think there was an issue in warming the tyres up where he just had no confidence in the tyre, and it really took it. He dropped a long way back in the first half of the lap behind the GT4s and things like that, and you can see on the onboard here he's still passing GT4 cars 20 minutes into the race, so we lost a lot of time. Chris then jumped into the race and was set about making back some of that time, as Chris always does. Here we are listed as 10th place, 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the lead.
Another position being gained by the Falkenhorst car,
the car that we dropped, so qualified 7th, down to 11th. Now back at the. I think Jody Fallon started at the wheel of that car, and its times weren't the best. I noticed it was doing sort of.
Well, Christian Cronjes is being listed as the driver.
Okay, because you're right. It should be Pittard in for the next stint.
Pittard's a driver whose background is GT4 racing, but he really has stepped up and become quite an expert of the Nurburgring. Right, good news.
So after a mega stint from Chris, we then swapped over to me with 2 hours of the race remaining. We've managed to make up some time, and we're still push for push till the end.
Let's see how they break for the first corner.
Well, this is going to be a grudge battle, isn't it? A grudge match ever there was. These two out on the track. Bruce rubbing his hands with glee there. Okay, there we go.
I could see we're kind of in contention. We just really need to push hard. So in the first 2 laps of my stint, I really pushed hard to try to make up as much time as I could, as I knew it was going to be close on pit stops with some of the other cars around us also. It then proved here that every second counts in an endurance race. You can see the Manthey Porsche exiting the pit lane, and I was straight into a duel with him coming straight out of the pits. He was on his cold Michelin tyres, managed to stay on the outside and then sneak through to the inside for turn 2 and then take the effective lead of the race. Even though our pit stops were out of sync, it was good to come out in the lead. The lead would only last just under a lap, as again the Porsche drafted me down the Dottinger Haar and passed. Either way, I was happy to slot in behind. I knew I wasn't directly racing him because we were out of sync, so I had to just go with him and chase the rest of the pack.
David Pittard, 3rd in the race, right on the tail of John Schaffner now. So the Walkenhorst Motorsport BMW, this is the car that started from 5th or 6th on the grid. I'm just trying to remember myself. It started, no it didn't, it was further back. It started from 7th.
7th on the grid, yeah.
Effective 6th, because of course we didn't have the 42 BMW starting from the front row. That started from pit lane, but this is the car that was given a clatter up the back, but now it's the driver on the back, it's the car. David Pittard, British driver, trying to see if he can pick off the Get Speed Performance Mercedes number 23 erstwhile race leader, now back to second, soon to be down in third place because John Schaffner out wide over the curbs. Oh, Pittard can put the BMW where he wants it. Ooh. And he does. Oh, very good. Describe that move.
Absolutely beautiful. He set that up there. I was just going to say, great race strategy from Dave Pittard there. He just showed him his nose, showed what was going.
We expect Jody Fannin to go in for the final sequence of the race. Taking a look, is a driver change going to happen, or are they going to keep Pittard on board? It looks like they're going to keep Pittard on board. See no driver change, people in the way, but I think it is Pittard. He's the driver who's been the predominant force in that car this year. He's certainly become an expert on the Nordschleife.
So I was in for the double stint, so tyres, fuel, and then send me straight back out again. 2 laps into my final stint, about half an hour from the end of the race, had a really epic battle with Patrick Pilet. Just showed my nose here, put him offline, and the Yokohama tyres kept the car to the left of the Falcon car. Now I looked to go around the outside like I did at VLN 4, but Mr. Pilet was not having that at all. So yeah, give me a nice big hip and shoulder off the circuit out of turn 7 on the Grand Prix circuit, which was very frustrating as it really knocked the charge I was on. But yeah, robust driving from Pilet, and then we set about catching the Audi Phoenix ahead of us. So the Porsche having made the move on the Audi, I was then looking to make a move on the Audi also, as it was looking pretty vulnerable. However, the traffic of the Nordschleife give us, and the traffic of the Nordschleife take us away. Just one car length too far back here, get squeezed up against the wall and had to back out, otherwise it would have been in contact with the Armco or the M2, and you can see how much time that then lost me. It was then a little bit of a downward spiral then, as later on in the lap Maro Engel was on new tyres and on an absolute charge here, and again absolutely hip and shouldered me off the circuit at their siphon, so I was not very happy about that either. So I was getting roughed around quite a bit in this final stint, which I was not very happy with at all. And then having a shot at a podium to then dropping back to P5, I was really disappointed. However, on the final lap, this proves you can never ever give up. Coming up towards the carousel, there was the leading Manthey Porsche, parked completely perpendicular to the racing line. I was able to sweep past him to grab at least P4 and then come past the other damaged car there. Big shame for them, but great news for us.
Yeah, falls back end of the shot. Frank Stipper about another 2 seconds behind, but this is second, third. No, it's not. We have lost the Manthey Racing Porsche, unless its transponder has gone. It didn't get through sector number 4. So busy was I looking at the gap. We've suddenly had possibly a super cruel problem. It's reported as driving slowly around the circuit. I was so looking forward to seeing Lars Kern's delight at taking victory, but for Patrick Assenheimer, his teammate Maro Engel has made Assenheimer a 4-time winner in 2019. He jams on the brakes, wins by about 2 seconds, and big.
And there you can see the top 4 cars covered barely by 15 seconds, which made it even more disappointing not to get the final podium that I really wanted and really needed. So yeah, drama on the last lap, mega race, mega way to end the season. And then again, the drama did not finish after the checker flag. The Falcon car was then excluded for a technical infringement, which promoted us to third, which made the end of season Falcon Horse Party even more exciting and more enjoyable. So yeah, that wraps up 2019. So big thanks to all my teammates, the team, all the mechanics that have done such a mega job over the year. And yeah, we've done a mega job to get some great results, and yeah, I really can't wait for next year. So watch this space for a season review, and watch this space for next year. If you like this video, please make sure you give it a like, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Until next time, ciao.